Am I the a-hole for referring my friend's friend for a job after he told me not to? I live in Quebec and I manage a small software team. We've been trying to fill a niche position for a while. It's low-level programming and very specific. Not many people have the right skills, and on top of that they need to speak French. A friend of mine mentioned he had a friend who might be a fit. I said sure, send me his LinkedIn. When I got the profile it was fully in English and the guy had an Indian name. Based on past experience I got cautious. I've worked with Indian candidates before and it didn't go well. A lot of the time they copy code off Stack Overflow or GitHub without understanding it. They also tend to exaggerate their experience to get through interviews. And many are a bit awkward in the office. Not always great at collaborating. Plus they usually accept lower salaries, which causes pay imbalance problems. So I told my friend something like, this guy seems Indian and probably doesn't speak French. That's a deal breaker for us. He got defensive and said fine, don't hire him then. Then he told me the guy isn't Indian, from India. He's from Réunion, which is some French overseas island I had never heard of. Apparently it is people of Indian origin but they're French. He said they're culturally different and westernized and speak French natively. So even if the name sounds Indian it's not the same thing. Honestly I didn't know this was even a thing. In Quebec pretty much everyone with an Indian name is either a recent immigrant or from an English-speaking background. It's rare to find one who speaks native French fluently, so I thought my assumption was fair. And just to clarify before people call me racist. I don't see it that way. I'm just being honest about patterns I've seen. It's not about where someone's from. It's about behavior and results. It's overwhelmingly true in my experience that Indian hires caused issues. It's not personal. And to be blunt, in Quebec racism isn't really aimed at Indians anyway. It's more about French versus English or language stuff. So I don't think what I said was offensive. Just realistic. Anyway, later I looked again at the guy's resume and he seemed like a very strong candidate. The kind we have a hard time finding. The position was still open, so I reached out to him directly. He interviewed, did great. Got the job. I wasn't part of the process since I contacted him, but he will work closely with me. My friend just found out recently and now he's mad. He says he told me not to refer him and I ignored that. But he brought him up in the first place. I only said no because I had incomplete info. Once I understood the situation better I changed my mind. I didn't think that was wrong. Now he's saying I disrespected him and crossed a line. But I feel like I made the best call for the team.